captain today. Corinne Birch, Izzy Lush, Abby Jones, Lizelle Heather, Jess Pettifor, Hannah Thornhill and Anna Muster as the first 15. And then their finishers are Leah Dixon, Megan Harris, Jess Grace, Sarah Dyche, Devon Johnson, Sophie Tyler and Annalise Curley. And then today for the away team, I apologise if I must mess up any of these names. We've got Lucy Morris, Hannah Kurtz, Effa McKenna, Charlie Blackborough, Neve Hughes, Helena Walker, Kirsty Reed, Rosie Davidson, Willow Bell, Amy Wallace, Libby Hadfield, Sarah Cornfirth, Ellen Ramsbottom, Chloe Hull, Evie Tonkin, Millie Cadman, Lydia Humphreys, Nina Moore, Katie Colton, Hannah Birch and Alyssa Jennings. And today we have quite a large number of referees and co-referees, which is Simon Waite as the main referee, Will Foster, Spike Milligan and Derek Soames. Hopefully some of them have had to come quite a way, as some of our girls did travel up to 2 hours just to come play for the Thurrock T-Birds, which of course we appreciate greatly. And today we do have a few shout-outs. So the shout-outs to the Thornhill family, of course, Kath, Keith, Alan and Mary. We've got Mercedes and Jenny in the Cayman Islands, and unfortunately we do not have India or Moji as they're running a marathon today, so good luck to the both of them. No doubt they'll be watching the game back later. We also have Ava and Grace White, who is our coach Dean White's children, and of course the world famous team Tubby Friends. We also have, again apologies for the name, Diane Sota in South Africa, so hello to you. We've also got HDS members here today to cover for their team, because they are answering the player today, and no doubt later we will also have some of the sponsors. Sorry, I'm being by the crowd here, who are trying to throw me off. Some of the Jews players have come to support their first team, trying to get both teams to Twickenham in May. We also have Leah Dixon's parents, Sue and Roger, and of course a special hello to Poppy, who is in Australia, and all the girls would love to say we miss you so much and we hope you'll be back soon to visit. Today will be a very interesting game, looking at the statistics of the two teams, with the Thurrock T-Birds with 16 wins, 0 draws, 2 losses, 12 try bonus points, 1 losing bonus point, 484 points for, 249 points against, and average points for is 27, while Sale is 12 wins, 0 draws, 4 losses, 8 try bonus points, 2 bonus losing points, 299 points for, 226 points against, and average points are 17 for. lovely line-up by Sale, unfortunately immediately collapsed. And I believe that was Sam Wilmot once again takes the ball and turns it over. Bit of a high tackle there by Amy Wallace with a shoulder to the face of Maddie Lockwood. Running once again by Claire Phelps. And that was Neve Hughes. Lizelle Heather with a lovely kick downfield. The wind just restricts that ever so slightly, but very well taken by, I believe that was Jess. Amy Battle continuing to fight for the ball. I believe Sale did take slightly too long trying to get that ball out, however the referee of course disagrees and has awarded Sale the penalty. Another kick from Amy Wallace. And once again a lovely kick into touch. Sale were performing very well on their attack, constantly on the front foot. However, Thurrock are doing very well to keep them at bay with a brilliant defensive line. Lovely line out from Sale. They set up their maul very quickly. However, Thurrock are very quick to defend. Ball is shipped out to, I believe that was number 13, Ellen Ramsbottom. Gap was seen by Amy Wallace, but she's stopped just short of the line. However, this doesn't deter Sale, although it does cause them to push a knock-on, which gives Thurrock the advantage. Hayley McHugh, and then out to, I think that is Abby. Once again, a bit of a high tackle from Sale, but the referee doesn't seem to be too worried about it. At the moment, this does appear that it is going to be a game of the forwards. Alex Polish. Another lovely kick from Lizelle. Into touch once again. Another lovely line out from Sale. Very well seen gap there by number 15, Evie Tonkin, who is brought down, but it does not stop her. She gets over the line and scores the first try of the game, making it 5-0 to Sale. Seems a long travel for Sale has not deterred them in any way, and they seem to be as awake and ready to play as ever, which is excellent to see. That some of them have had a sleep on their coach on the way down here. This is once again Amy Wallace lining up the kick. I presume she will be doing most of the kicking action today. Kirsty Reed. This time Helena Walker. Excellent kick downfield once again by Amy Wallace. And into touch. We are trying to sort out the sound, so please do bear with us. Once again, a lovely line out thrown by Sam Wilmot. There's a bit of a scrape by Sale round the head. The referee has seen something he's not happy with. And it seems to be, I believe, a knock-on by Sale, so the scrum is given to Thurrock. This will be the first scrum of the game. It'll be very interesting to see the difference in power between the two teams. Both scrums set at a lovely height, but Thurrock seems to have the power advantage. And the referee is given the advantage for that too. And they awarded the penalty. Corinne Birch takes it quick, supported by Maddie Lockwood, who gets passed out to Izzy. And Lazille makes an excellent decision to kick downfield. But it is kicked very swiftly back. With Iona on the chase, it has gone into touch. Thurrock prepare their line out. Very mismatched, but a lovely throw from Sam Wilmot. And it is recovered very nicely by Thurrock. Although the referee appears to have seen a knock-on. This time it will be the scrum to Sale. Ball will be put in by scrum half number 9, Willow Bell. Let's see if Thurrock are able to drive the way they did in the previous scrum. They seem to be determined to do so. The balls unfortunately come straight back out the tunnel, meaning the scrum will be reset and it will be once again a Sale ball. Thurrock once again continue to drive back. Corinne Birch is very quickly on Willow Bell. And Maddie Lockwood has turned it over. And once again, Sale number 14, Chloe Hall, is scraping at Maddie Lockwood's face. Taken in by Polish. Nice pass out to Frenchie. Then to Abby, who manages to evade Charlie Blackborough's pass. Sorry, tackle. Two very different things. Although in the scrape, Thurrock have managed to take the ball out of touch, and so it will be a Sale line out. number 14, Chloe Hole, who decides to push her into touch instead of making the tackle, which is very effective in this case. Apologies, we're just switching over mics to see if this helps. Once again, a lovely line out straight to Maddie Lockwood's hands. Thurrock seem to be doing well at turning over line outs consistently this game. And they continue driving. Once again, that was Sam Wilmot. Izzy Lush does well to recover that pass. Straight to the hands of Lauren Paul.
Yes, I know.
Well picked up once again. I believe that was, yes, this time that was Annalise or Frenchie. Amy Battelle does well to run it forwards. Number 7, Kirsty Reed, was there to try and turn over the ball, but was stopped very quickly by the team of Kaylee McHugh and Iona. Ball goes wild again. Again, well recovered by Sam Wilmot, but tackled to the ground by Sarah Cornforth. The referee has given a penalty for Sale not rolling away, quickly taken by Sam Wilmot. The referee didn't seem happy about something there, so... Oh, they were still offside, so he has given us another penalty. Zell Heather to kick. And a lovely kick just about into touch. Referee appears to be having a word with Sale, unhappy about something. It appears that Lizelle's kick went just out of touch past the try line, so it was in the dead ball zone. Kicked once again by Amy Wallace. Recovered by Abby Jones, who runs straight back into the pack, managing to evade Neve Hughes. But is ultimately taken down by, I believe that was Rosie Davidson, and I can't see her partner there. Running by Frenchie. Taken down by Sarah. Sarah Cornforth, 4th. Once again, 12 for Sale is offside, so the referee seems to be very unhappy about the numerous offsides by Sale. And T-Birds are once again awarded the penalty. Zell kicks nicely into touch once again. Lovely line out once again by Thurrock, but unfortunately it was not straight. Apologies for the earlier sound issues. I believe we seem to have sorted them.
Change of mic and all's well at the moment.
Once again, we will be setting up for the line out, this time being Sale. Sale go for the simple straight to the back. The number 9 tries to find a way through, finds that it is blocked by a number of Thurrock players. An excellent double team tackle from Polish and from Kaylee McHugh. Sale attempt to get the ball out wide and almost recover it. but it's gone to Thurrock and is unfortunately knocked on in play.
Great hot cheese! Great hot cheese! Hot, and keep it going!
The tables appear to have turned from earlier in the game when Sale was on a very high attack and Thurrock were doing well to defend it. It appears that now Sale are doing excellent defence while Thurrock are pushing their attack further and harder than previously. Once again we set up for a scrum. See if Thurrock can maintain their record for this game with pushing back. Fortunately, they don't quite get the chance as the ball gets out very quick by Sale and is passed through the hands to the winger. And this is Chloe Hull. And the referee has called for a high tackle. However, great sportsmanship from Ellen Ramsbottom, who helps up the Thurrock player. A lovely kick downfield from Amy Wallace.
Into the clubhouse. Almost.
Which has gained a decent amount of ground just past the halfway line. Once again, I will reiterate my earlier statement that this is likely going to be a game of forwards today, with numerous lineouts already and already around 4 scrums. Let's hope by further into the game towards the second half that the backs will get some play with the ball. Very well taken by Sale. Willow Hughes once again tries to find a way out, but Amy Battle blocks it and takes it into contact, gaining a large amount of ground.
Straight out of her hands, that was wonderful.
This time it is Sam Wilmot running straight into the pack, with Corinne Birch quick to play the ball out to the backs. Finally they get some time. Lizelle Heather pushes on through the group. Corinne Birch switches it and goes the other way. Maddie Lockwood taken down by Neve Hughes once again. This time Corinne Birch tries to do a quick pick and go. And Kaylee McHugh manages to keep Sale at bay and not turn over the ball. Maddie Lockwood once again into contact, taken down by Rosie Davidson. Polish this time, running in. Now Claire Phelps once again. Sale doing very well to attempt to turn over the ball, but are sadly unsuccessful. Brilliant tackle by Kirsty Reid once again. Although she's unable to roll away in the middle of the pack. Very long passes from Thurrock, lucky not to be intercepted by Sale. Lovely out to Iona. Once again, another amazing tackle from Sale. Maddie Lockwood into contact again. Sale pushing harder and harder into these tackles, making sure Thurrock is stopping dead in their tracks.
I don't know if you'd agree, Gabby, but it feels like Thurrock T-Birds are now settling into their groove a little better.
It's always typical of Thurrock for the men's, women's and children's teams that they seem to fall asleep in the first part and wake up eventually. Although I don't think we can quite call earlier sleeping from Thurrock. And I believe you would be right. Seems to be a bit of confusion on the pitch. Celebration from Dean White might be premature. Unfortunately it is. He seems to say that it was a knock-on by Thurrock, so unfortunately for them it will be a Sale ball.
Great stuff, cheese! Keep it now!
So Thurrock trying to hem Sale into their own 22 and doing a good job at the moment, but not being rewarded with that try. Hopefully that will come soon.
Seems to be a very evenly matched game for skills, expertise, techniques. The gameplay is definitely going to be an interesting one. No doubt, hopefully it will be a little bit more of a back and forth than the England-Ireland game yesterday if anyone managed to watch it, although I don't think any of the England fans will be complaining. Once again, another brilliant scrum from Thurrock. They managed to turn over the ball quickly and they are looking for that first try of the game. They continue to crash it into contact, although I believe the backs are probably screaming their heads off trying to get it out wide as Sale are very thin. Although they don't quite need it because that is their first try of the game.
The crowd are very happy with that one, which brings it up to 5-7 to Thurrock. So they'll look a little bit torn down by that one, but hopefully they'll keep their heads high as it is still very early in the game and the points are very close.
That was a long time coming, Gabby. 22 minutes in, but let's hope T-Birds just get into their stride now and run away with this.
You can already see the Thurrock faces are very happy. There's no doubt they will be discussing their plans for the next play. This will be a very difficult kick for Lizelle Heather as the wind is quite high at the moment. Although she does not let it deter her at all, making it
straight through, Gabby.
Making it 7-all. This is looking to be an excellent game. I cannot say it enough.
As you can hear, there's plenty of support for the T-Birds here today, even though, as Gabby mentioned earlier, I don't know if you all heard that, but there's a tour at the moment, so we're a bit light on the ground, but plenty of vocal support coming through.
Yes, it's always excellent to see the number of people that come to support our women's teams, as women's rugby is an emerging sport. We're hoping it's going to get as large as football. Unfortunately, the ball's just gone over Frenchie's head and has gone out into touch. So all of a sudden must be having deja vu. You got a little glimpse of the cameraman there. Apologies.
I'm just trying to find out from someone if the sound's better. If someone could drop us a quick note in the comments. And likewise, if anybody would like a shout out, just drop it in there and I'm sure Gabby will oblige.
But yes, once again, Sale must be having deja vu from earlier in the game, and this must be boosting their confidence. And once again, they attempt to do their maul, but once again, it is deja vu of when it collapsed in the first part. And once again, Thurrock is awarded the penalty. Lizelle Heather looks to take the kick. We may be at risk here. Oh, not so much. And we are into touch, several metres beyond.
Just outside the 22.
Set up for another Thurrock line out.
Simple T's.
Goes to Amy Patel, who throws it back to Sam Wilmot, who is charging down the left wing. Taken to ground. Number 4, once again, Charlie Blackborough tries to ruck over, unfortunately is unable to. Amy Patel refuses to let go of her teammate Claire Phelps. Polish drives through the middle once again, but brought to ground by Christy Reed. And Rosie Davidson. Amy Patel does well to clear that up. Number 15, Evie Tonkin, was right over the top of that. The referee has seen the knock on and has awarded the penalty to Sale. Thurrock team making sure they are well onside, even with the sideline referee saying they can take a step up. Thurrock continue with their excellent streak of scrums today. Lizelle Heather bringing to ground Ellen Ramsbottom. And Amy Patel once again turns over the ball to the Thurrock hands. Lovely pass from Corinne Birch. Maddie Lockwood once again takes it in. I think that one might have been Helena Walker. Polish running it in. Iona manages to evade multiple tackles, but is eventually stopped in her tracks.
Get him on side, touch with ya.
Passed out again to the backs. Hoping to get a run on. Abby Jones gets that chance. She passes it back into Jess Pettifor. Although number 7, Kirsty Reed, was very quickly on that. And Sale have once again turned over the ball. Lovely kick by Amy Wallace downfield. Puts Thurrock straight back where they were about 10 minutes ago. Sale trying to be a little bit cheeky and gain another half a metre, but the linesman makes sure to keep them in check. Quick shout out to Joe Carrington, who is watching from Manchester. I believe this must be one of the Sale supporters, so thank you very much for tuning in to support your girls. Very well taken by the Sale number 8, who is Rosie Davidson. Lovely run through by Ellen Ramsbottom, who is assisted by Sarah Cornfirth. However, Thurrock have magically turned over the ball once again, although Sale does not hesitate to bring Abby Jones to ground. Sale struggling to get out, and there may be an injury there, hopefully not. Sam Wilmot running through the pack again, but taken down by Willow Bell, I think that was... No, once again that was Rosie Davidson.
Looks like it's going to be a very physical game, Gabby.
Agreed.
The girls are not willing to kick the ball, they're willing to drive through, even from their own 22.
The very lovely offload by Jess Pettifor to Iona once again. Nice box kick from Corinne Birch, seems to have put Sale off a little, but does not hesitate to be picked up by Libby Hadfield. Sale being a little hesitant to dive on that ball, almost stolen by Polish, but Sale managed to keep hold of it. Running by Aoife McKenna. Throw it quick off the line to defend. This time Hannah Thornhill manages to confuse Sale a little and they lose possession of the ball, but once again pick it up quickly. Sorry, I am a couple of seconds behind here. My mouth cannot keep up with my brain. Oh, and an unfortunate knock on by Rosie Davidson. And it seems to be a bit of scrappy play, but eventually it's picked up by, I think there's Maddie Lockwood. Izzy Lush temporarily steps in as scrum half. Lizelle Heather, lovely little kick, unfortunately just not taken to Abby Jones. But nevertheless was an excellent kick and a well seen play as she saw there was space. Unfortunately there does seem to be an injury on the pitch and it looks like Aoife McKenna hopefully is nothing serious and possibly might just be a little bit out of breath from the quick play there.
Gabby, you mentioned Sale were a bit reluctant to dive in the ball. You know all about that?
Oh, this game isn't about me, but yes, I managed to break my ulnar about 2 months ago from doing the exact same thing, so potentially they might have learnt the lesson I should have.
Diving on a loose ball is always going to be a risk.
But of course, playing rugby at the end of the day is a risk that everyone is willing to take. See, the love for the game can be absolutely possessive, or take possession of everyone, I suppose. And it ends up being something for thrill seekers. Although unfortunately it seems Lauren Paul has had a chunk of her hair pulled out, which she has just handed to one of the coaches. We're hoping that's an extension, not her actual hair, as no matter if the women play rugby, they still love to get their lashes done, their nails done, their hair extensions done, as we are still women. We still like to look nice for these photos at the end of the day. As nice as you can look with the gum shield in and sneering at everyone on the pitch. It did appear to be a head injury for Hannah Kurtz, but she looks like she's been cleared to carry on playing. The issue now seems to be a potential face injury. I cannot quite see the number. Oh no, unfortunately, it looks like Hannah Kurtz will be coming off the pitch, sadly. And not too sure who her replacement will be as of yet. And it also depends if they've got the correct numbers on their backs, as Thurrock are very well known for changing their numbers.
I think the girls change their numbers, Gabs, just to confuse me when I'm commentating. They know how bad I am with people's names, and yet they take that step further.
So the time seems to be back on again, so that will most likely be a few minutes added to our timer. So if we do run a little bit over the 40-minute mark, that would be why. So just about to get their hands to it. Gets out to Rosie Davidson. Very nice play out to Chloe Hull. Very nice run through by Evie Tonkin. Was eventually brought to ground. And although Amy Battelle fights to get it, she's not quite successful. Sarah Cornforth passes out. Looks as if Willow Bell is having to go digging in the ruck to try and find the ball. What is stopping it? We don't quite know. However, Sale are awarded the penalty either way. Once again, we set up for a scrum. At the moment, Thurrock have been dominating these scrums, but Sale have been quick enough to get the ball out and to their backs. Thurrock, unfortunately, have not been able to gain much from it other than a few meters, well, a couple of half meters of ground. Although I seem to be eating my words as Thurrock continue to drive them back, Maddie Lockwood is straight on the ball to see where it has gone, although Sale very quick to move their hands. And Abby Jones makes an excellent tackle. Sorry, I've been spending too much time in London. Seem to be now naming the areas. Well seen by oh my gosh, Amy Battelle. Too many A's in this team. Well seen by Corinne Birch. There are limited numbers to Sale. Maddie Lockwood is just too late to get out of the tackle from Ellen Ransbottom to make the offload. Sam once again runs into contact, but is taken down by Helena Walker. Corin gets out to Izzy Lush. Very nice pass to Lauren Paul, who manages to evade one tackle and is just shirt pulled to the ground by number 16, which could possibly be Millie Cadman, if they've got the correct shirts on once again. Nice kick into touch by Thurrock, chased down by Hannah Thornhill. Thurrock no doubt are very happy with how that play went. Thurrock managing to keep their heads when the ball went to the ground and the play got a little bit scrappy. Sale were equally as able to pick it back up again, but just not quite as quick. Cheers. I keep fumbling my bloody words though.
You can't be as bad as that. No one could be that bad. You were playing today.
Very well taken by Maddie Lockwood. Once again, that was an excellent line out from Thurrock. Thurrock are also given an advantage. We're not quite sure as to what. It may be another offside from Sale. And the referee will tell us now. Well, he seems to be doing his hand signals with his back to me, so I'm unfortunately able to see what that was for. Once again, running by Claire Phelps. Well taken to ground by Aoife McKenna once again. Sale seem to be predicting that Thurrock are going to be crashing for the next few rounds. And they would be correct. Thurrock continue to crash for multiple phases, although Sale seem to be clocking on that Thurrock are changing where their attacking line is going with their backs. Amy Battelle continues to push on. The Thurrock backs are giving their forwards multiple opportunities to pass it out. However, it just does not seem to be an opening for them to do so. However, Sale do not seem to have realised that the Thurrock backs have once again swapped sides. So the forwards have done it once again. If you cannot tell by the cheering, Thurrock have scored their second try of the game, which is no doubt a sigh of relief for them. This has been so far a very hard-fought game.
Proving to be the spectacle that it should be for a semi-final, Gary. This is an exciting game, and there's lots of opportunities for both sides to attack and counter-attack. It's a great game.
At the moment today, also being played is St Albans Old Albanians, I believe against Cheltenham Tigers for their semi-finals. So the outcome of that game will be who goes through to the finals against either the Thurrock T-Birds or Sale. No doubt, either way, it will be a very, very interesting finals at Twickenham, which will be played on the 12th of May. Another excellent kick from Lizelle Heather gets them the extra 2 points, bringing it to 14-7 to Thurrock. We're hoping to have this many supporters with us because we are hoping that the first team after today will be able to join our second team at Twickenham, as the twos team have managed to win their league this season already, and they've got themselves through to Twickenham to play in the Papa John's Cup Juniors.
Don't forget to mention unbeaten this season, Gabby.
Yes, the Thurrock twos are still unbeaten this season, which is an excellent thing to be able to say. And we're hoping our first team are able to get there too. Sale are now laying on the ball, and he is also called a high tackle. That is unfortunately not the first one this game, but hopefully it will be the last. Zell Heather once again a lovely kick into the crowd, which has gained Thurrock a few metres. So yes, as I was saying previously, we've got the second team already at Twickenham. Hopefully the first team will be joining them today after this game, but we can only hope as Sale are putting up an excellent fight. But we do currently have seats on a supporters coach for Twickenham at the moment, as two supporters coaches, as we seem to have a large number of people wanting to come and support our team, which is always grateful for. But they are £10 per seat, as obviously coaches unfortunately are not cheap. But anyway, back to today's game, as we are looking very far into the future for now. Lovely ship out from Izzy Lush, well seen by Lizelle Heather. The gap to, I think that is Abby Jones once again. Excellent tackle by Sarah Cornforth, but unfortunately she is laying on the ball, although the referee seems to have seen a knock on there.
Once again, back down the other end, Gabby. This is a game of ping pong almost.
Well, it's excellent to see that on both teams there is not a weaker side, as most teams usually throughout the game see that there is a wing or a particular player that doesn't tackle or doesn't have a specifically good pass or kick, but it's always good to see that everybody on this pitch equally are as strong as their teammates. And it seems that both teams are struggling to find a penetrable gap in the defence. We also have Ola, Kira, Nicole Smith, Elsie and Tash all here to support their first team or fellow teammates. Not sure if I can quite see anyone else that is down here, but we also have Amy Shaw and Holly Edgway on the other side with the girls, no doubt giving them some support and trying to get them ready to get on the pitch. Oh, sorry, we also have Mikey as well. Can't believe I forgot her. I've just seen her head popping over the crowd. And Gemma. They're right down the other end. I'm just about to catch them.
Quick thanks to Matt P and Chris Wild for giving us the heads up on the sound recovering after a little bit of playing with the graphic equaliser and changing the mic.
Graphic equaliser, yes, like we all know what that is.
Most people my age would, Gabby.
Well taken by Sale once again, although that was a heavy drop from Thurrock of their teammate. Although Thurrock seemed to have turned it over, the referee is not happy with an offside.
Is that Amy offside, Gabby?
Couldn't quite see, I'm not too sure there.
She was very quick off the mark there.
Which is always excellent to see, although can sometimes be a hindrance when you are just too quick like Amy.
Minutes in, Gabs, so there clearly is a little bit of injury time.
I believe we will have a few minutes left of the half, and then no doubt we'll be having a decently quick half time, as I'm sure Sale would like to head on the road as soon as possible to make it home. Oh, once again a bit of a drop from both teams this time, and the referee has seen a knock on by Sale, and Thurrock no doubt are breathing a sigh of relief, and the referee has called the half time. So I will read out. Oh, has he called half time? Yes, he has. Just double checking. So once again, just to reiterate from earlier, as I'm not too sure if anyone heard, quick shout out to Hannah Thornhill's family, Kath, Keith, Alan and Mary. We've also got Mercedes and Jenny in the Cayman Islands, and we are all supporting and cheering on India and Moji, who are running marathons today, and no doubt will be watching this game back later on. We also have Dean White's girls, Ava and Grace, and the world famous team Tubby Friends. I've been asked to shout out. Probably going to butcher this surname, I do apologise. Diane Sosa in South Africa, so hello to you. And HGS today is sponsoring the player of the match, and we also have a number of people that have helped to sponsor the ball for the match, so no doubt we will be seeing them later for some photos. We also have Leah Dixon's parents, Sue and Roger, and we'd like to say a special hello to Poppy, who is in Australia, and the girls would like to say we miss you very much and hope you are back soon. Hope you're enjoying the game, and hope it's not too late over there.
We're just going to take a short break for half time now, leave you with some adverts from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the second half of Thurrock T-Birds versus Sale. Cannot see any particular changes to either team since the first half, so it looks like they will be continuing as they were. Another shout out to Jade Wong, who is another Thurrock T-Bird who's watching from home, giving her support. Lovely kick from Lizelle, now with the wind with her. Taken by Kirsty Reed. And taken out by Hannah Thornhill and Jade? Sorry, now just said Jade. Jess Pettifor. Once again, lovely tackle from Amy. And the ball's been turned over and given to... Oh. No, that was Sam.
So why is Jade not playing, Gabby?
Unfortunately, she is injured at the moment. We're hoping she's got a speedy recovery and she will be back playing ASAP. So once again, still struggling to roll out there. I'm not sure if that contact took a bit of force on Charlie Blackborough. Hopefully not. However, Thurrock continue to drive forwards, although Sale brings them to the ground very nicely. This time, Sale actually driving backwards, although once again Amy has broken through and has scored the first try of the half. Apologies, we didn't get to start the timer, but that was definitely in the first 5 minutes.
Sorry,
maximum.
I'm forgetting to play with my new toy.
Right, well, sounds a bit funny.
I've started it now.
We've got Jake take a very leisurely walk across the middle of the pitch and waving to his many fans.
Quality, let's go again.
I almost forgot to put the score up, Gabby.
Yeah, so that is now 19-7, just in case you didn't know.
Playing about with all these new gadgets.
Zell once again got the wind with her, although this is quite a wide kick from the left side. Her right-footed kicker, that can be an advantage. She's got a beautiful kick, and she gets it. Not that we had any doubt of her from the beginning, but still an excellent show from Lizelle. So that is now 21-7 to Thurrock. It's excellent to see that Thurrock have continued the second half as they finished the first. No doubt Sale will be wanting to do the same as they kick off once more. Lovely kick to the hands of Amy Patel, who is not deterred at all whilst being tackled by Ellen Ramsbottom and Kirsty Reed. I think there was a stray arm from Kirsty Reed round Amy Patel's neck as she puts her boot back on. That seems to have come off in the tackle. Beautiful pass from Corinne Birch, lovely one from Izzy Lush. Unfortunately, I think that may have been a knock-on from Frenchie, if the referee has seen it, hopefully not.
I saw the hand come up, Gabby.
What a shame. Oh, but almost one there from Neve Hughes, but she manages to keep hold of the ball and continues to be a driving force into the Thurrock defence. Lovely offload to number 13, Ellen Ramsbottom.
Sale looking to retaliate for that early try by Thurrock there, Gabby.
Excellent hands from Sale. Very light with the ball, almost as if it was light as a feather. Willow Bell makes a quick decision and continues to take it outright, manages to do a few missed passes to the hands of Neve Hughes once more. Seems to be a number of bodies diving over the top of that ruck. Willow Bell goes blind, but is brought to the ground by a number of Thurrock players. Excellent ruck from Sale, unfortunately cannot quite see who that was. run into the pack very nicely from Sale, but meets the contact of Kaylee McHugh and Amy Patel. And not quite sure if that somehow the referee has managed to give the forward pass penalty to Sale. Not quite sure what that was for. Claire Phelps decides to just give a little barge. And another knock on by Sale, but the referee brings it back for an earlier offside by Thurrock.
That makes more sense because it was the Sale lady that was juggling the ball there. But yeah, the offside makes more sense, Gabby.
Yeah, the juggling of the ball may have been caused by the offside. But of course...
Oh, going for goal.
Very interesting call for Sale to make, as with the current wind, it's a very difficult kick, although she's relatively central to the centre of the post, so I don't see why the excellent boot of Amy Wallace won't make this kick.
You're right, Gabby. Wind is quite strong from left to right, so she's kicking straight into the wind. The goalposts are behind the score there, but it still will make quite a difference. So Sale clearly having trouble getting through the Thurrock defence, and think the 3 points are better than the 7.
Although, of course, that means in the game of mathematics that if they manage to score another 2 tries, even if they don't manage to get the conversions, as she has just done, then that will mean they will be just ahead of Thurrock. Obviously, that is if Thurrock do not manage to score another try this half. But no doubt I don't want to be giving anyone any commentator's curse.
So that brings the score to 21-10 to Thurrock T-Birds.
But the wind seems to have definitely picked up from the first half, as can be seen by that kick, but it is taken very nicely by Kirsty Reid into contact and passed on to her teammate Aoife McKenna. And the pressure of Claire Phelps has caused number 9 Willow Bell to knock on the ball during that altercation.
Let's hope Thurrock T-Birds' line of strong scrums can continue, Gabby.
Yes, as the pack has not changed for either side, I don't see why they wouldn't. But again, commentator's curse.
Corinne Birch having a chat with the Sale number 9.
Once again, proven right. It's always good to see nice sportsmanship between the 2 scrum halves, as usually they are the most hot-headed, but doesn't seem to be the case today. Oh, unfortunately that was a knock-on by Thurrock. But that is only down to the increasing pressure from Sale, who will not pull back. Speaking of nice sportsmanship, it is always nice to see that it's a very evenly matched game, but with no bad name calling, no fights, no issues currently on the pitch.
Hair pulling, handbags, yeah, all of the above.
Well, once again, other than earlier with, I believe that was Lauren Paul's hair coming out.
Could have been an accident.
No doubt, mostly was. Occupational hazard, sadly. Sale do well to hold off Thurrock, but unfortunately it just doesn't seem to be enough, as it's picked up by Amy Patel once again. Corinne Birch takes it quickly. Sale very quick to get on the onside. On the onside?
On the inside. A good old rugby term, Gabby.
Once again, we set up for another Thurrock scrum. This time Sale putting up a very large fight in that scrum. Unfortunately they're slow to release, and lovely kick through by Lizelle Heather, chased down by Jess Pettifor, Hannah Thornhill and Iona, and it is picked up by Sale, who takes a very good decision to touch it down, as unfortunately she was not going to be able to take the contact of 3 Thurrock players on her own.
Looked like she was going to go for it, Gabby, but yeah, she changed her mind at the last
If she
moment.
just had the support, I think she would have had a good chance at making it, and I believe that might have been Evie Tonkin that
was
took
a
that.
wise decision.
Very. But this is a game of support, and without it you can't unfortunately operate quite on your own like that. A lovely kick, but not quite gone. Oh, it just has. Hannah Thornhill has just protected Astrid, one of the mascots, as she is Tash's dog. It's a very cute dog. The referee has pulled it back for, I believe this is going to be a scrum, right in the centre of the pitch under the post.
On the 5 metre mark.
The referee has called for a time off, as I believe they are making a change.
What's that?
There seems to be, I think it is Izzy Lush coming off the pitch. So I see that it's Sophie Tyler that has moved onto the pitch, with Lizelle Heather becoming number 10, and Sophie coming into a centre position. No doubt Thurrock are going to be looking for a quick snipe, as Sale has got a very large gap between their defence. Although Thurrock seem to be doing well to drive the ball as close as they can to the line, Sale are preparing for a quick jump, and they have done it! I believe that one was scored by, that was scored by captain today, Sam Wilmot, and that is Thurrock's second try of this half.
Sam looked ecstatic there, Gabby.
And not surprised, as she has had a very successful season as captain this season for the first team. No doubt she's very proud. Hopefully that has not knocked Sale's confidence at all, as they are still continuing to play an excellent part in this game. Their defence is just phenomenal. It's just unfortunate that Thurrock just has such a strong driving scrum that they managed to find that small gap where Sam managed to wiggle her way through and score that try. Lizelle taking a very small run up and a very easy kick for that conversion, which brings the points up to 28-10 currently. So I think Sales hope that that penalty conversion, that's not quite the right word, is it? What is it? It's not penalty conversion, what is it called?
It's just a conversion, Gabby.
No, not that one, the one earlier myself.
Oh, yes, penalty kick.
Penalty kick, we'll go with that. Unfortunately, their dreams do not seem to have quite lived up to their expectations, where no doubt they were hoping to be a few points ahead if Thurrock were not to score again. Although unfortunately there seems to be an injury on the Sale side behind the post. Hoping it's nothing serious and the game will resume soon. Once again, the clock will likely be out of time now, although this may make up for the first few minutes that we missed. She seems to be up and making her way back to her team. Yes, I believe that is Aoife McKenna. Sale kick off and goes to the hands of Captain Sam Wilmot, who just about keeps her fingers on it. And although Sale tries to drive her out off the pitch, she manages to keep herself in, and Sale are unable to roll away. Although that was number 11, Libby Hadfield, who manages to stay as still as possible to make sure she doesn't hinder the game. Lucy Morris pulls over Maddie Lockwood in the ruck. Excellent kick by Thurrock and into touch, who seem to be attempting to replicate Sale's earlier kick.
That kick flew from the boot of Lizelle there, Gabby.
We expect nothing less. Amy Wallace makes sure that the linesman has seen where the ball went out, and he makes sure to mark exactly where her boot was.
Just on the 22, Gabby.
Well, I think it's just slightly towards the Thurrock end. But every little helps.
So they say.
Although Frenchie reaches for it, just manages to evade her hands, but is picked up by Kaylee McHugh. But the referee sees it as a knock-on, sadly. So it will be a scrum to Sale, although this doesn't seem to deter Thurrock at all.
Kaylee seems to be having bundles of fun there, Gabby. She's laughing her head off.
Well, she is quite a bright, smiley face of the team, always lifting everyone's moods, and she's also now our new lost and found girl for the team, as she seems to be clearing up after the messy team after most games and training. Although she may kill me for saying that.
So anybody wants to buy any kit, Kaylee has it in the boot of her car.
An excellent scrum from Thurrock and very well seen by Corinne Birch. Though I do think that ball went out, but it now definitely has from Sale. Unfortunately, I don't think that kick quite went as far as they wished for it to. And although Hannah tried to take it quick, which was a very well seen thing, unfortunately she wasn't able to do so. I do think it will be very hard for the coaches and for HDS to pick a player of the match for today for the backs, forwards and the ball. Oh, sorry, the drink. So everyone seems to have been playing excellently. Thurrock set up their first proper maul and Sale decide to continue with how Thurrock started the defence of the mauls.
The Sale number 4 looks like she's swimming there, Gabby. Trying to swim across the top of the maul.
The referee seems to have seen something he didn't quite like. Kaylee McHugh runs straight into the middle of the pack, head first. Claire Phelps following suit. The referee's a little bit in the way there. I'd take a step back if I were him. Shipped out to the backs, very nicely taken by Jess Pettifor, thrown out to Hannah Thornhill, who's finally got a chance to kick her heels up. Very lovely offload to Abby Jones, who takes it into contact very well and still continues to gain metres. Sale was straight over the top, but I don't believe they should be having their hands in that. The referee brings it back for the earlier infringement. Although my terrible memory has taken away from me what the infringement was.
We're about to find out.
Although Frenchie seems to be coaching the referee through what it was. The referee has awarded the scrum to Thurrock.
Oh, high tackle.
Oh, it was. I don't think that's for a high tackle. I think he had an itchy shoulder.
Am I reading into things, Gabby?
I think so. I think it was the motion he did earlier with the arm going straight forwards. I can't remember for the life of me what that penalty is. Excellent commentator, doesn't even know the hand gestures.
They all have their own.
A very easily taken scrum. I don't quite think Sale know what they're cheering for, but either way they've got the penalty, so I don't think they're going to complain.
For a knock-on, I didn't see that knock-on.
Unfortunately, I think it just slipped out of our number 8, Sam Wilmot's hands, which is very unfortunate, especially with so many legs moving towards her from the back of that scrum. Sale no doubt wanting to get out of this area of the pitch and as far down the other end of the field as possible, as soon as possible. As shown by their determination in this scrum to actually slightly drive back Thurrock. Oh, and unfortunately that was a knock-on and given straight back to Amy Patel, who passes out to Corinne Birch, who takes it in with force. But it's stopped by Ellen Ramsbottom, who seems to be a name that I'm frequently mentioning. Oh, but there seems to be an injury for Amy Wallace. Hopefully that is not a serious one, as she has had a phenomenal game today with her kicking. And that will be a real letdown to the team if she has to come off the pitch.
Great pressure there by Thurrock, Gabby. They're keeping Sale under pressure constantly, and this is why these mistakes are happening. You know, the ball was dropped there. It looked like a bit of basketball going on, but because the pressure's on.
It unfortunately looks to be Amy Wallace's right leg, possibly a knee, but she does have taping on the back of her thighs. Hopefully it's not a hamstring injury, as they are an absolute pain.
Didn't see what happened. Did you see what happened there?
Unfortunately, no. We'll have to watch that back on the video later on today.
As I mentioned quite constantly, looking for a little screen on here, you don't get to actually see much, so we'll review the footage later.
Well, I mean, even as a commentator, you're sort of following the ball, and then the next thing you know, you turn around and somebody's on the floor halfway down the pitch.
Very true, Gabby. It looks like Kaylee's down too. Is that Kaylee?
Yes, it is Kaylee, but we have Charlie, the Thurrock physio, on the pitch. Unfortunately, I don't have the name of the Sale physio, but they are both attending to their respective players. We're hoping this won't be a particularly long stop and everybody will be able to get up. It's amazing to see that Sale's spirit has not been diminished at all throughout this game, as they're still cheering themselves on, as long as, well, with their supporters as well. Unfortunately, it does look like this may be a slightly lengthy stop, as
perhaps I'll pause the clock.
I think it would be wise to, as unfortunately Amy is still on the ground with her physio. And Katie McHugh is already up and running and sat down once again to put her boot back on.
Please remind me to turn the clock back on, Gabby.
My memory isn't great, so chances are I will forget.
I think you're warming up. Devon warming up on the touchline. Andy Yarrow, head coach for the T-Birds, sauntering across the pitch, showing off his rugby skills.
I'm happy you didn't say ball skills then.
No, that's Jake.
That is in reference to a comment I made last season. Unfortunately, I didn't pick my words very wisely and said about Jake sitting on his ball bag, which was in fact a bag of balls.
Rugby balls, that is.
Yes. Unfortunately, it does look as though Amy is requiring a stretcher to get her off the pitch, which is a massive loss to the Sale team. Hopefully she's got a speedy recovery, and if Sale are to make it through this game to Twickenham, we hope she can be back for it, as no doubt she will be very key in that game. Unfortunately, it does look as though the weather is turning even more harsh and some rain seems to be coming down now.
Little spits, Gabby. You're harder than that. Come on.
It's not me I'm worrying about, it's the camera. So we also have, I believe that's Mark Grace down on the other end of the pitch doing photos for the team, obviously very appreciated. We also have Phil Lush, who is a very large aspect of the team.
Mark, well camouflaged there, hiding behind the post.
Is that Mark or is that
Dave Willard? No, I think that's Mark, Gabby.
I don't think so. I disagree. I can't quite.
You always disagree with me.
Nothing new though.
Gabby's being discussed below the stands here. We're trying to work out what it's about.
I think
Is it Elsie?
Yes. I think the Thurrock supporters are just trying to entertain themselves. Hello. Can you hear me? Yes.
They're going to get cold.
My eyes are watering so badly. Everyone said to me, "You're all right."
No, you're just so emotional about the game. Fortunately, Amy's not quite on the stretcher yet, so we do still have a little bit more time off. So you can probably see in the corner there. I think no doubt most of the girls on the pitch at the moment are discussing what they're going to be having for dinner, as no doubt they're probably starving after this. It's a very hungry work. I'm talking absolute rubbish now, just trying to fill this gap. And I'm quite hungry if you can't tell.
I think they've brought the heavyweights over to take the stretcher off Gabby. There goes Director of Rugby for Thurrock, Dean. Lewis, I think, is over there.
Simon.
Yarrow as well, yep. Bringing in the big boys.
All ready to give their hand to help out. And I believe we've had an update for at least India, who's on her home straight for the marathon. Hopefully she's not aching too much, and no doubt we'll be having a very early night tonight, but we'll still wish her the best of luck. So keeping themselves warm by putting the ball through the hands. And we've also got two more shout outs to Tracy Jennings, who is one of the ladies who loves to come and support the T-Birds very frequently, as well as the men's teams at Thurrock. She's on the tour today. And we also have a shout out for Tom Kemp. So thank you both for watching, and we're just clapping off Amy, who's unfortunately being stretched off of the pitch now. Hopefully she'll be able to have a speedy recovery and she will get helped as soon as possible. As previously mentioned, we've got the Thurrock help of Simon, Dean, Charlie and Lewis, all helping her off the pitch, as well as the Sale coaches. Always nice to see a little bit of, well, as I said earlier, good sportsmanship from everyone. She does look to be in a significant amount of pain, so hopefully she'll get some painkillers in soon and will be feeling much better. But nevertheless, we get back to the game. Hopefully the girls have not got too cold while standing there, as the wind is very chilly today, as earlier mentioned. My hands are ice blocks. Very well taken by Thurrock. Corinne Bird straight into, well, not even into contact, but she's ultimately taken out by Neve Hughes. Maddie Lockwood takes a turn at scrum half, but is hit very quickly by Sale. Thurrock setting up their numbers outright. Lovely double tackle from Sale, and a very quick tackle by Sale there. Can't quite see the number. I believe that may be one of these subs. Yes, number 20. That could be Hannah Birch. Got Corinne Birch and Hannah Birch. That's not going to get confusing at all. And Sale have been awarded the penalty for Thurrock holding onto the ball in the contact. Lovely kick from Sale, just goes into touch, as I think the wind put a bit of a stop to that. These teams seem to like playing hopscotch over this 22 line, as we seem to have frequently been here this game. Which is a bit of a pain for the line-out throw with that massive pole in the way of the camera. Lovely throw by Sale. And immediately in for the leg drive, but Thurrock seemed a bit slow to react, but nevertheless managed to put a stop to the progression, and has been seen by Willow Bell and has been shipped out. Very nice tackle from Sophie Tyler, although she risked getting a boot to the face there. Very well intercepted from Abby Jones, although the referee has seen it as a knock-on and has awarded the penalty to Sale. Dean seems to be sharing his comments with the rest of the team over the comms, looking a bit like a private investigator. Just to explain, as I've just realised you can't see that, he's speaking into his jacket, just to clarify.
Secret Service. 007 Dean White.
Thurrock once again proving how strong their drive is. Ooh, that was a bit of a high tackle from Thurrock, although Willow seems to not be deterred by that and hands off to the face. Although that's somehow been intercepted by Claire Phelps. That was a very scrappy bit of play from both teams, and ultimately Sale has been awarded the penalty.
Dave, 31-24 now.
Oh, I'm guessing that's... I may be incorrect, but I believe it's now 31-24 at the St Albans game. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what round that will be, but it will be definitely interesting to find out after the game.
I thought he was talking about one of the Six Nations
Oh,
games.
I thought he was talking about theirs. Who knows?
Spoiler alert.
Apologies for that. Lovely drive once again by Thurrock, and they're very close once again by Amy Patel to jump on that ball as it goes absolutely wild on the ground. And Thurrock are once again awarded a penalty.
Didn't quite see what that was awarded for, Gabby.
Well, the ball shot straight out, so unfortunately I wouldn't be able to tell you.
But it is a Thurrock scrum because Corinne Birch has the ball.
Well, it is usually how scrums work. Although Sale are doing very well this scrum to keep Thurrock at bay, although it is twisting enough that Thurrock are awarded the penalty if taken quickly by Sam Wilmot, which she seems to want to do. And it is passed out, although I don't quite think they were 10 with that one. It doesn't deter them whatsoever, Sophie Tyler keeps pushing forwards. And Thurrock continue to drive for that try line, although they're just stopped short. If they spin left, which they might possibly do if Corinne Birch has seen it, which I think she has. Oh.
They need to be patient here, Gabby.
Aoife McKenna seems to be very quick on that, and it has been turned over by Sale, taken by Willow, kicked quite nicely. Oh, very nicely into touch, gaining a good number of metres there by Sale. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure who kicked that. That may have been Evie Tonkin.
It looked like the Sale team had that ball under remote control there, Gabby. It bounced and ran down the line and then flicked out.
Thurrock seem to be making a few changes with, I think that is Leah Dixon, Megan Harris and Sarah Dyche coming onto the pitch. I'll try and keep an eye out for who is coming off. And it seems to be Kaylee McHugh, Polish and Lauren Paul that have come off the pitch for the previous mentioned names. And it looks as though number 6, Helena Walker, has been taken off for Sale also, which is a little bit surprising as she has had an excellent game today. But nevertheless, you need to get everyone, or as many of the subs on the pitch as you can to give them all a chance and a bit of a run out. Very nicely taken ball to Amy Patel, passed straight back to Sam Wilmot, who managed to just about keep it in. Corinne Birch, and is dragged out by number 4, Charlie Blakeborough. Just realised I've been saying her name wrong the entire game. I do apologise.
Chip off the old block. Take after your dad, Kevin.
Well, at least these are names I don't know.
It's just the loons football.
Oh, that ball went very wide, but it's taken once again by Amy Patel, who scores another try! Amy has had an absolutely excellent game today. No doubt she will be on for a player of the match today. It's a very nice moment between Amy Patel and Hannah Thornhill. Always lovely to see that amount of love on the pitch. And now Jess Grace has come onto the pitch for Annalise, also known as Frenchie. And the other Annalise has now come onto the pitch in replacement of, I think that is Iona. And it looks as though we also have Devon Johnson, who's also come onto the pitch. I believe that is for Hannah Thornhill. So Thurrock seem to have a right change up for this portion of the game. It's always good to see that they're getting everyone to have a run out. And fresh legs are always appreciated this far into a game.
Annalise on as well. 12.
Especially since it is now 33-10 to Thurrock. Lizelle lines up for the kick. Very lovely kick, straight through the post, which gains us the extra 2 points, so it should be 35-10 now to Thurrock. Although it was posing quite a close game at the beginning of the match, Thurrock seemed to have made a bit of a gap between themselves and Sale with the scoreline, although it is still anybody's game.
Thurrock seem to have got into their stride now, Gabby.
Yes, I agree. Unfortunately, it does seem that the Sale heads have gone down a little bit, but nevertheless they push on with an excellent defensive line, with Amy still pushing upwards, although that's a phenomenal tackle by number 22, and I don't have a 22 on my list, so apologies, you're not going to get that. Although a lovely tackle by Hannah Birch on Jess Grace, although Jess has taken that tackle very well, and Sarah Dyche pushes Lucy Morris off of that ruck. Lovely kick, and it looks like it may go into touch, and it does, just too quick, unfortunately, for Libby Hadfield to get to, as that was quite an unexpected play from Thurrock.
I think Thurrock have taken possession of that remote control. That was a cracking kick, and it just bounced nicely into touch. Second half, and you're right up there. So they were almost spoilt by Claire Phelps there, but they managed to maintain possession of the ball, although a number of bodies seem to have dived over that ruck. Very well shipped out by Sale, gaining a decent amount of ground, but brought short by Sam Wilmot. Willow takes it back out left, seeing a possible advantage, taken in by Neve Hughes. Taken once again left to Kirsty Reed's hands, and then back inside to number 12, Sarah Cornforth. Annalise Curley shouting for Thurrock to pull. This may be Devon Johnson's. Unfortunate hands by Libby Hadfield, and it looks like there may have been an injury there. Although she seems to be getting up Kirsty Reed, hopefully there's nothing to worry about. But that was excellent pressure from, I believe that was Devon Johnson, and I can't quite remember who else that was, which caused the ultimate issue. You can tell which one's Devon Johnson. She's put new batteries in her shoes, her boots. They are literally glowing today.
It's excellent to have Devon on the pitch today, as she's very new to the game, let alone the team. But she's been an excellent addition to the team, and it is lovely to see that she's on the first team sheet today. Thurrock do not seem to have, unfortunately, been able to keep the same momentum in their scrums as earlier. Although, unfortunately, Rosie Davidson seems to have lost a bit of ground by running in the wrong direction, sadly.
You've got to remember, Gabby, Thurrock have just changed a lot of their front row.
Yeah, so unfortunately they are having to get into the swing of things, but hopefully they'll pick it up soon. I don't quite believe that was a knock-on, but I am probably biased. But it's taken very quickly by Willow. Bit of an ankle flip from Lizelle Heather on number 22 for Sale. Sorry, I do not know your name. Sale seem to have come back with a new level of fire. Although that was an excellent tackle from, I believe that was Leah Dixon. Oh! Bit of a header there, not quite sure what happened. Thurrock seemed to have had a bit of confusion, although the referee said the ball went backwards. Annalise Curley takes it into contact. Devon takes up the ball, manages to excellently evade that being pushed into touch. Annalise Curley continues running, pushes it out to Jess Grace. The referee sees that as a knock-on. I personally do not think it was. That's excellent to see Annalise playing with a currently injured finger, but it doesn't seem to have caused her any issues at the moment. There seems to be a injury for the Sale player Lucy Morris, but I believe that it may just be asthma. Yes, it does appear to be asthma. So hopefully it should be a quick fix.
This stage of the season, Gabby, there's always quite a few injuries. As you say, Annalise with a very big blue bandage or attachment to her fingers there to try and protect them. Then there's lots of people with their legs strapped up, and
also after Annalise's very horrible knock to the face earlier this season, she's done very well to keep persistent and stay on that pitch with her first team shirt. Lucy Morris is back up and running, although it seems to be Neve Hughes that is now potentially getting some strapping on her leg. Both teams seem to be taking on some water for the brief stop to the game. Girls are no doubt thankful for the bit of sunshine that seems to be hitting the pitch, as it is very cold today.
bitterly cold. Is that Devon sporting that Mr. Maggie headband, Gabby?
Well, as a female rugby player, it can be quite a nightmare to keep your hair out your face, even after plaiting or whatever you fancy doing to it. So a headband is very, very smart.
As you know, I don't have that problem.
So we've just been informed that there is 8 minutes left of the game, apparently. So unfortunately for Sale, I do not believe they're going to be able to even the score out by the end of the game in 8 minutes.
Careful with those predictions, Gabby.
I know, you always end up eating my words, but that would be, my maths is terrible. That would be a significant amount of tries in 8 minutes.
Never say never in rugby.
Well, it'd be almost a try a minute.
Big push!
Thurrock set up for their scrum once again. Hopefully it regains its earlier success. Oh. Unfortunately, the scrum seems to have collapsed head first. I love her.
Big support there from Mikey. Thurrock are recruiting at the moment. As you can tell, all the girls support one another. Great team to play for. So please come along on a Wednesday or speak to Dean White.
Thurrock seemed to have picked up their earlier spirit in the scrums, but unfortunately the scrum even just turned a little bit too much and has awarded Sale with the penalty. And that was very close to hitting us. That was quite terrifying. Unfortunately, it does seem that Sale are feeling the loss of Amy Wallace.
I don't think so. Like your comments, Gabby.
I don't think so either. Trying to be as fair as I possibly can. The referee has called for Claire Phelps to come off in replacement of Kaylee Hughes, who gets a second chance at this game. She was having a phenomenal time earlier, so no doubt she will continue to shine in this portion. was a very lovely throw by Sale, but unfortunately was not straight and went straight to their back player. Although I do think that was more down to the wind than the actual throw. As the first amount of it looked relatively straight, it just seemed to curve slightly at the end.
So we're heading into the last 3 minutes according to our clock, Gabby, so maybe a little bit more than that with the time off.
No more than 5 minutes, I would suspect.
Not long to go.
Suspect, expect. Straight to Leah Dixon, who fights as hard as she can against Lucy Morris's iron grip. Running by Jess Grace, very heavily into the pack, ultimately brought down by Neve Hughes. Once again, seems to be a frequent name I'm mentioning, so no doubt will be down for one of the players of the match nominations. Referee had seen something he didn't like, which seems to be the rolling by Daesh. No, I believe that was rolling, which is, I think it was this season, has been brought in as another law that you cannot roll. Although Lizelle has done an excellent job at turning over the ball, the referee puts up his hands to Sale to say, I cannot do anything. The ball was free to be played. Lizelle makes the effort to kick. There's a lovely kick at that, and just rolls into touch once again. Devon on the chase, was there to support if needed. Once again, a lovely line out from Sale, although they seem to have been expecting to do a maul, and I don't think they quite told their teammates that. However, a lovely run by Sale. Excellent. But ultimately taken to the ground, straight to her head by Annalise Curley and brought down a second time by Amy Patel. That's a phenomenal amount of ground. For the referee, I believe that was for an offside. But Thurrock seem to be seeing Sale's newfound fire and matching them as best they can. Oh, unfortunately, that was just a fumble by Sarah Cornforth, but the referee has obviously brought it back for the earlier offside. Thurrock quick to get back on side. There's 1 minute left of the game. The ball doesn't quite go into touch, but unfortunately it was knocked on. And the Dayglow boots seem to unfortunately be a little bit slippy and have flown off. It's possibly one of the most annoying things in a game of rugby, especially if you have to continue running and you get your foot stamped on by a pair of studs. Let's hope Thurrock do not lose their heads and expect that they've won the game already, as obviously you keep pushing until the last minute. Although I suppose we are in the last minute, as the referee said. The referee said someone was stepping out, and therefore Sale have been given the penalty. Although there seems to be some other refs on the sidelines that disagree.
I think that's one of your old teachers.
Sale continue to push further and further down the field, no doubt wanting to close the game with a final try, just to leave the game on high spirits.
Come on, tease!
Their scrum half seems to have joined in the line, and this time Sale have communicated that they're expecting to do a maul. Although it appears to be going more sideways and forwards, although they're making decent ground, Thurrock are struggling to stop them. Although now they appear to have, and it seems to be going backwards, seen by Willow, so she ships it out wide. Very well seen. Evie Tonkin running it in, making a pass. Unfortunately, Libby seems to have stepped back inside when there was space outside. Now Chloe Hull brought to ground.
Another great tackle here by Annalise Curley, Gabby.
Yep, I didn't miss it. Annalise did very well, although that was a fantastic tackle by Jess Pettifor. An absolute showstopper, and that is the end of the game. It's very unfortunate for Sale, as they have made such a way to come down here and have put up an excellent fight against the Thurrock T-Birds, but unfortunately were not victorious, which does mean that the earlier comments in training by Hannah Thornhill and Sam Wilmot is that they will be joining the second team at Twickenham on the 12th of May.
That's 2 teams at Twickenham in the finals, Gabby. That's amazing for any club.
That is a groundbreaking thing for Thurrock, which is an amazing performance. Absolutely well done to the first team. That is a brilliant showing, and what a well-deserved victory for the semi-finals. Moving on to the finals. So that was a very hard-fought game against Sale, and Sale should not be disappointed in their performance at all, because that was an excellent fight.
I think the day after we're going to have to take a day off, Gabby, because it's going to be party time.
I believe I've already got that one booked. But obviously we hope to see as many supporters there as possible. We are currently trying to get the ability to video there, but we cannot promise anything. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out on what will be 2 phenomenal games and an excellent day, please do get down to Thurrock for that coach. Pay that £10 for the seat and get to Twickenham to support us. If not, there is always the alternative of the trains, although, as Dean White would know, they're not always that reliable. But thank you for watching the game today. We'll no doubt hear, well, hopefully hear from our captain Sam Wilmot at the end of the game. And once again, we wish Amy Wallace a speedy recovery and hope she is well. Once again, well done to the Thurrock first team, and well done to Sale. What an excellent show of sportsmanship once again for this game.
You're right, Gabby.
Both teams clapping on each other and their own teammates is always excellent to see. This is the Three Amigos, who are the ball sponsor for today, always supporting the T-Birds. We thank them so much for their dedication and commitment to the team. It's truly an excellent group to have with us.
Constantly on the coach, going to the away games, supporting the teams. Great supporters.
And always starting the chorus of Thurrock T-Birds.
Couple of latecomers.
Yes, once again, well done to the first team. We'll be seeing both teams at Twickenham, and we hope to see you there too. Once again, it is on the 12th of May. I believe at the moment we've been told the second team should be kicking off at 1 p.m. And although it might be a bit of a lengthy day, we hope to see you there.
First team, I believe, Gabby, will be kicking off at about 5 p.m.
Yes, so there will be obviously 2 games. It will be the second team starting to open the day, another game in the middle, and then the first team. It should be a good day. Obviously, everyone knows how good the Guinnesses are at Twickenham, so no doubt there will be a party on the way there, back, and once we return to the club. Unfortunately, I was hoping to have an update on the St Albans versus Cheltenham Tigers game, but I do not seem to. Number 22 was Nina Moore, sorry. I can't see. But she had an excellent game also, so well done to her. She really, really brought that game together towards the end, so well done. And number 20 was Lydia Humphreys, so thank you so much to the person that's commented those names. That is a great help, and always good to give the girls their dues for their excellent performance in the game. So once again, well done Sale, and very well done to Thurrock.